Time now for Table Talk as we welcome in John Jastremski and Sal Licata. Now, one of these fine gentlemen is going to be buying a lifetime supply of Celsius in December. The other will vow to never drink it in his life. All right, unless maybe he signs with Boston, then no one's drinking it. Yeah. But, JJ, what would hurt more, Soto turning down the Yankees for the Mets or the Red Sox?
This is such a complicated question because really the answer is all of the above, because if it's the Boston Red Sox, it's the 1-2 punch of Devers and Soto, and you're going to be haunted by seeing Juan Soto in your division for the next decade plus. If it's the Mets, then it's the idea of Steve Cohen outbidding Hal Steinbrenner, and it's the idea of seeing your Met buddies that are in your life celebrating the fact that the guy who took you to the World Series is now in your backyard. You got to see him every day. You got to hear about him every day. And he's wearing a Met uniform. So it's all about pain tolerance, Sal Licata. There is no good answer for the Yankees if Juan Soto ends up with the Mets or the Red Sox. I would say from a baseball perspective, it's got to be the Red Sox because you're playing them 18 times a year, or maybe not 18 times, but you get the drift. It's in the division. I think from an optic standpoint, it might be the Mets.
Also, I know the perception and the reality has always been the Yankees always win and the Mets are always second fiddle. So losing to the Mets in this particular case would hurt because it hasn't happened before. However, they do have Steve Cohen. Things have changed. He is the richest owner in the sport. So losing to him, to me, may not be as bad as losing to the Red Sox, where it feels like, are the Red Sox really going to outspend the Yankees for Juan Soto, a player the Yankees want, when Hal goes out there and says, we have the resources or whatever, we have the ability to sign any player we want, and plus in the own division, maybe renew the rivalry a little bit? I do think ultimately you'll get over the Met fan stuff. I think ultimately it would be the Red Sox.
Yeah, the Red Sox would definitely be a longer-term pain, but would be an everyday pain if he goes to the Mets. All right. We were just talking before the show how there's no baseball news. It's Soto, Soto, Soto. Well, guess what? The Dodgers, of course, made some news. Blake Snell has reportedly signed with the Champs. 5 years, $182 million. Sal, the best gets better.
Yeah, this is not good for baseball. Enough already with the Dodgers. Do we know how much of this is deferred? I mean, it's ridiculous. Not that Blake Snell, to me, would have been a great fit with the Mets or the Yankees, so I don't think that either New York team lost out on this, but I mean, can somebody else sign a big player outside of the Dodgers and they're in on Soto too? If they sign Soto, and I don't think it's going to happen, JJ, but I mean, I will lose my mind. Good for them to sign Blake Snell. I guess the rich get richer. It's just amazing to me how the Dodgers continue to sign all these guys.
What's so frightening about the Dodgers is last year they won a World Series with a pieced together starting rotation where basically they had 3 starters. One of them, the arm was falling off in Walker Buehler, and he was able to go and do the job. Now they go and get a guy that is a perennial Cy Young candidate, and I know he's not a guy that goes 7 or 8 innings, but with the Dodgers having the power arms that they have in the bullpen and Blake Snell's stuff, he is going to shove with the Dodgers. That is a frightening signing if you're a Met fan, Yankee fan, any team around baseball, because the Dodgers pitching that might have been a little questionable even in a World Series year got that much better.
They had those 2 bullpen games in both series. Now that might be gone. But, I mean, to your point, it doesn't hurt for the Yankees or the Mets. Why not? Why aren't the Yankees going after Blake Snell or the Mets? I mean, that's a reasonable deal.
Could have. Me personally, I wanted Blake Snell on the trade deadline last year for the Mets. I don't think he would work well in New York long term.